Why? It's a cowboy showing you how to make a traditional lasagna. It doesn't make sense.
You try that in the kitchen and see how far you get before you get in trouble.
He's funny. I love it. I love it.
And in that very same skillet, I want you to take a half a stick of butter.
I just prefer to use extra virgin olive oil. It's just an Italian thing, we don't use butter.
Throw them down in there just a little bit, and let's pour a can of Rotel.
What is that? Hi, and welcome to Vincenzo's Plate, the place where you get to learn how to cook Italian food in your own kitchen. Today we're reacting to a cowboy who wants to take my job, who wants to teach you how to make lasagna. Doesn't sound right. A cowboy can show you so many other things, but not how to make lasagna. So, let's see if he can make lasagna. Maybe the cowboy will be your new Vincenzo's Plate. Maybe I can retire. Let's see.
Baked lasagna in a Dutch oven. Ooh, it is so good and so cheesy all the way through, but I'm putting a cowboy twist on it, so
okay, that's new to me. Cooking the lasagna in the cast iron. I've never done that. I've never tried it before. It sounds interesting. The other thing I have to say, the top of the lasagna didn't look amazing. Maybe because of the quality of the cheese, but let's see, let's not judge from the beginning.
What are we talking about? A dish that means a lot to me because it was handed down to me a little that I had to change from my good friend Joe Parlanti. Joe is just them kind of people that just makes you feel good to be around him. I mean, they are a great family. Oh, how we love them.
We have to say thanks to Joe. Thank you, Joe. Now, I have to say, I love the background. I really love that place. I love the little kitchen that he's got there, the outside kitchen. This video is looking good so far. And I like this guy, Kent. I'm gonna following him. He's really good. I like his character.
Secrets out, but you judge me on this and let me know how I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna judge you, don't worry.
We're gonna start with a little stock pot about half full of water and 12 Roma tomatoes.
Wow, this guy is making fresh tomato sauce. This is incredible. This is fantastic.
And while that's going on, guess what? We could be browning us up some meat.
Soffritto is the most important part of the lasagna. It's the beginning. It's the base. In any sauce, is the base. You need carrots, celery, onion. You can remove the celery if you don't want, but you need at least carrots and onion, chopped or blended like I like to do. Cook it in extra virgin olive oil. Cook it for about 10 minutes, and then you can add the meat. You need to give flavors to the meat, but you need to give the soffritto the flavor first.
I just want them mushrooms to get in there and give that good meat and that Italian sausage some flavor, and we just want to get it good and brown.
So you did add flavors in there, but they're not the flavors I'm talking about. I'm talking about the base, okay? Onion, carrots, the base of your flavors.
You'll see me, just peel them, put them all in that blender, just sort of got to give them a little mash there, you do.
This guy's doing a nice thing with the sauce, I like it. Even though he put garlic, I'm not a big fan of garlic in the sauce, he did a nice job. Onion, garlic, basil, a little bit of salt I think, and it's beautiful.
Throw them down in there just a little bit, and let's pour a can of Rotel.
What is that? I need to see this again. Rotel original, diced tomatoes and green chilies. Okay, but that does the job, yeah. It adds extra flavors and the nice kick of the chilies.
And went down the wagon train with Kent. Yep, sorry about that, Joe Parlanti.
He's funny. I like this guy.
But you knew the cowboy had to put a twist on it, you did.
That's what I'm worried about, the twist. That's what I'm worried about, what twist?
No, God!
If the chili is a twist, the diced tomato is a twist, I'm okay with that.
Some Italian seasoning there on top of that. Ooh, and it is so good.
Now, this is not his fault. What's Italian seasoning? Why do you go to the shop and buy Italian seasoning? It doesn't exist. All you need to do is to get some herbs, the one that you like, and put it in there.
Just go ahead and put the lid on there, hit pulsate, vibrate, whatever you got on there that makes it go around and get to going. And you got you a medium sauce pot there. I need you to take half of what's in that blender and pour it in that sauce pot. Take the meat out of the skillet, dump it over here in that meat sauce where it's at.
I do like what he's doing. He's adding the meat in the sauce. The flavors will be nice. And I do like the way this guy speaks. I like it.
Yeah, boy.
And in that very same skillet, I want you to take a half a stick of butter And we done chopped this up another onion, just sort of sliced it really fine, sauteed to where it gets translucent. Yes.
Yeah, this guy is good. I like it. I like it. Now, maybe too much onion, maybe, but it's okay. If you like onion, you eat it. I just prefer to use extra virgin olive oil. It's just an Italian thing, you know, we don't use butter when we cook the onion or the carrots.
This is a trick that Joe Parr told me. Kent, when you put that tomato paste in there in a minute, don't you burn it. You brown it. That's what you got to do. So folks, get you...
I just like the way this guy speaks. And I want to meet Joe. Joe, well done. Well said, Joe, well said.
One of them tomato paste, throw her down in there, and then just go to stirring it. Turn that heat down to about medium-low. We just want to blend all them flavors and give it a good color.
I don't see why you use tomato paste. I don't see the reason why when you have some beautiful fresh tomato sauce that you just made. But it's okay. It's okay. It's still something that you can use. Nothing wrong with it. I just, I'm saying you're using fresh tomatoes. Otherwise, just use tomatoes from the can.
When that gets done, scrape her over its side, take it back over to that blender that is half full, yes, and hit the button again and let it go.
I like the blender because it blends all the ingredients. The kids will like it. Sometimes you don't have you don't have the chunks in your mouth, and I think it's more enjoyable, to be honest. It's more delicate to your palate. So it's thumbs up. Well done to Kent.
And at this time, I need you to add a little bit of black pepper in there, that coarse ground pepper. Just throw it right in there, and a little dab of olive oil. Woo-wee! We are good to go. Things are happy.
I just love the way he speaks. I want to meet this guy. I mean, this is a good cowboy. Well done, man. Yes, if you got extra virgin olive oil, put it in there, and also saute your food with extra virgin olive oil. Don't use butter. I've read comments from you guys writing to me that it's not good to cook with extra virgin olive oil, high temperatures. No. You can cook with extra virgin olive oil, high temperatures. You don't reuse extra virgin olive oil. With canola oil, with vegetable oil, you reuse it. With extra virgin olive oil, you don't reuse. You can't really fry at 180 Celsius, but you can cook with extra virgin olive oil. It's the best oil to use for cooking.
Pour it in a pot that's got that meat in it. Take a half a cup of dry red wine.
I'll tell you why it's a big mistake. And I'm sorry, Kent. I'm sorry, Joe. The red wine, you only use it in the meat, when you brown the meat. You need the wine to evaporate.
And then we're just going to put it on a simmer. Make sure you get all the way to the bottom because this sauce is thick, and we're going to cook it for at least 3 hours. Before that 3 hours is up, take you a stock pot, fill it enough to water to where you can take 1 pound of these here lasagna noodles and put them in there. So just make sure you get them in there.
Wait. You put a hand inside the water. I can't see it, but was the water boiling? You put your hand inside and you didn't react.
I want you to give it just a little dash of oil so they don't be trying to stick together.
No, this is what Gordon Ramsay says. Don't make the same mistake of Gordon Ramsay. You don't put extra virgin olive oil in your water. You just need a lot of water, bubble, boiling. And that's how you cook the pasta.
We're going to let it boil for about 3 minutes, and that's as far as we're going to go because I don't want them to fall apart in there. These are a foundation that are sort of laid up in all that stuff to keep it together. 2 cackleberries. Yep. Go ahead and crack them in there because we need to beat them. And when you're out here, you can do this because the possums is going to...
The eggshell needs to go in the nature.
You try that in the kitchen, see how far you get before you get in trouble.
He's funny. I love it. You can do it in the kitchen or it will stink.
So turn the beater on high. We got us some ricotta cheese. What does it say? 2 pounds. Don't be getting that kind that says skim milk. We ain't talking about losing no calories on this trip, folks. That stuff got some carbohydrates in it, and we're going to need them to open up all them presents at Christmas.
I love it. This is probably the best lasagna I've ever seen in my life. I can't judge this, but the traditional lasagna does not have ricotta.
Yeah, jalapeno.
No, okay, now we're going too far, my friend. You do not put chili in a lasagna. You do it later. When it's in your plate, you do it.
Who don't like some cheesy goodness? Let's hear it for the folks up north in Wisconsin. Yes!
He's awesome. He's in Wisconsin. I've got friends in Wisconsin. I want to go. I want to go in Wisconsin.
What is it? It is some more of that shredded mozzarella. We got to have a bunch of it in there. Yes, we do.
The technique he's using is actually interesting and it's actually okay. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time because it's not even. You know, I want to be able to put the cheese evenly on my lasagna.
I found me some of this here stuff at the store. Parmesan Romano. Yep.
I don't know if I can trust this cheese. It comes inside a bottle, but the good thing is he's using Parmigiano and Pecorino for the mix, which is what we want. So well done.
Grease your casserole pan or your Dutch oven, and we're just going to put a thin layer right there on the bottom.
Well done. You do that so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom. You don't want the pasta to get stuck.
But you can see these are what we call that guy that drove through the hailstorm. What was his name, Shen? Al dente. Yes, he was.
That sauce looks really nice and thick. I like it. Beautiful sauce. Really, really beautiful sauce. Beautiful sauce, Kent. Joe, well done. This is a beautiful sauce. Now I know why at the beginning I said it doesn't look amazing. Because the crust has got the ricotta and the fake Parmesan Romano cheese. So when you cook it for a long time, that burns. What I will do in this case, I will have just the sauce on top.
Give it a good sealing across there, mash it to that foil. Guess what? It's time to slide it in the oven or slide it on some coals. Boy, I'm telling you, I was ready.
He's using charcoal to cook a lasagna. This deserves a round of applause.
And watch them coals.
This is what this video is good for. I love it. A cowboy is showing you lasagna can be made anywhere. You don't need a kitchen. No excuses. You can be anywhere for lasagna. Well done, Kent. Very nice and thick. Look at the lasagna. Look how big. Look how massive. It's a bomb. Look at the crust on top of the lasagna. So crusty. I don't think it's a good thing to say, to be honest, because that crust, it doesn't give you the right texture to your lasagna. My recommendation for you guys, first, don't use cheap cheese. Second, do the top layer with the tomato sauce. Do this, trust me. Do just the tomato sauce. And what you do towards the end, you put the pecorino cheese, pecorino romano or parmigiano reggiano on top to melt, and that will give you a nice, delicate, at the same time, rich flavor. What do you think of this reaction video? What do you think of this lasagna, guys? Is this a lasagna that Nonna will approve? Please write a comment below. Let us know and share the love with Kent. Kent is a great guy. I like this guy. I don't want to say anything wrong about him. And we're just correcting the lasagna because it needs to be corrected. So Kent, if you're watching this, lots of love, lots of hugs, and you did a good job. Thank you so much. We will see you in the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora, let's go and make lasagna. Vincenzo's Plate.